Welcome to Arsenal Report, your daily source for all things Arsenal FC. From match updates and transfer talk to behind-the-scenes stories, we've got it all. If you're a true gunner, this is your home. Hit subscribe and join the pride. Victory through harmony. Let's get started. Arsenal saw their European dream come to a painful end on Wednesday night, losing their last chance of finishing this season with a trophy. The Gunners haven't got their hands on any silverware since lifting the FA Cup in 2020, but Gary Neville has used the opportunity to praise the trust in Mikel Arteta, despite the trophy drought. Arteta has led his team to successive second-place finishes in the league, and Arsenal are in pole position to finish as runners-up for a third straight season. Manchester City's dropped points on Saturday means the London side will end the weekend in second place behind champions Liverpool. I think it's a great achievement to not win a trophy in 5 years and still be the manager of a top club that isn't under pressure. From us, from anybody in the football community, or even the Arsenal fan base. Neville said on Sky Sports. So I think that's an incredible achievement, because we thought those days were gone, where you could basically have this kind of patience afforded to you. When asked by fellow pundit Jamie Carragher whether he thought Arteta should be under pressure, Neville was unsure. No, I think it's a good thing that for 5 years to not win a trophy, ordinarily there would be a manager under pressure, because that's significant in the sense that there is progression. However, the former Manchester United captain did restate his belief that Arsenal left themselves too short, especially in attack. Their European exit at the hands of Paris Saint-Germain came with Mikel Merino deputising as a number 9, with Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus sidelined, and Neville insisted reinforcements are needed. I'm glad that on Friday in his press conference, Arteta said they'd gone backwards in the Premier League, Neville continued. They tickled our backs a little bit for the last month with the Champions League, and it sort of took the heat off them a little bit in how bad they've been in the league, being 14 points from Liverpool, 14 points from where they were last season and the season before. But they've left themselves woefully short up top, and they still haven't got a player in midfield from deep who can receive the ball on the back foot, and Martin Zubimendi we think might come to Arsenal. They've got to deal with that. Thomas Partey's not great at that. Declan Rice was proven in the first leg against PSG that he's not great at it. He's better going forwards. So those two key positions, they need 2 forwards and they need another midfield player. But the forward part of it, they've signed 1 striker in 7 seasons as a football club. I've been arguing this all season. It's ridiculous that they've left Mikel Arteta, or Mikel Arteta's left himself so short. They've spent £750 million and signed 1 striker. Merino dropped back into midfield on Sunday as Arsenal went up to Anfield to face Liverpool, with Rice missing out through injury. Leandro Trossard started the game up front, flanked by Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. There was one other change from the midweek defeat in Paris, with Ben White returning to the starting Arsenalnal. Liverpool also made a change at right back, with Conor Bradley replacing the Real Madrid-bound Trent Alexander-Arnold. Mikel Arteta has offered an ominous injury update on Arsenal midfielder Declan Rice. The 26-year-old star has been a key figure for the Gunners, but could be absent as they attempt to secure their Champions League qualification once again. Rice missed out on the North London side's draw against Liverpool and was replaced in the lineup by Leandro Trossard as Mikel Merino dropped back into the midfield. Arsenal are 5 points clear of 6th-placed Aston Villa and need 1 more to confirm a place in Europe's top competition once again, with fixtures against Newcastle and Southampton to come. The Anfield draw was only the 3rd Premier League match Rice had missed this season. The England international was suspended against Spurs and remained on the bench against Nottingham Forest earlier this season. But Arteta made to do without Rice for a longer period. I think he is struggling. It does not look good, said the Spaniard following yesterday's game. The Gunners still have a whole host of injury issues with the likes of Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Magalhaes and Takahiro Tomiyasu. And despite Jerian Timber travelling with the squad to Merseyside, the Dutch defender is also struggling for fitness. No, we brought him to see if today he was better, but he was very clear that he's not fit to play, Arteta said. The Arsenal boss will also have to do with Merino for next week's home game with Newcastle. The Spain international scored a crucial equaliser against Liverpool before picking up a second yellow card for fouls on Darwin Núñez and Dominic Szoboszlai. I haven't seen it on TV, to be fair. I know that Mikel goes to the ball and he gets a little bit pushed, and after he reacts it looks like he touches him and he made the decision. So that's it, said Arteta. The Gunners' boss has previously admitted this, his side were short of bodies, and suggested there was acceptance that was the case heading into the season. The former midfielder even noted that decision came, knowing there were players who were particularly prone to injury. It's a lot of factors to that, said Arteta. We knew from the beginning of the decision that our squad was super short, and being super short, we had some players that had a high probability of getting injured, because that's what they had in the last few seasons, so we knew that, and we cannot do anything about it. Arsenal are set to offer William Saliba a new contract amid interest from Real Madrid in the player. The Gunners do not want to lose Saliba, who is seen as a key part of their future plans. The French defender last signed a deal in 2023 alongside the likes of Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka. The 24-year-old is now firmly on the agenda of new sporting director Andrea Berta as he attempts to tie down the club's top assets, with talks with Saka also expected. The Athletic report that talks are already underway between Berta and Saliba's camp. But despite being happy at Arsenal, it said the centre-half will seek a deal that resurrects being one of the leading players in his position in world football. Saliba has previously calmed fears that he could leave the Emirates this summer by suggesting he won't move until the Gunners win a major trophy. There is some years left, so there is no rush at the minute. I'm happy here, that's it, he said in March. There has been little opportunity to relax, however, with Real Madrid persistently linked. Saliba is said to be a top priority for Los Blancos. And with 2 years remaining on his contract, Saliba could have arrived at a moment that Real Madrid attempt to take advantage of. If legendary Gunners boss Arsene Wenger is to be believed, it is a time that the Madridistas will look to pounce, as they did for Kylian Mbappe and Trent Alexander-Arnold, with the latter expected to join the club following his Liverpool exit. There is no transfer anymore for the big players, he said. They go all at the end of their contract because the wages are so high that if you want to buy Marcel today, you have to give him so much money that you cannot pay the transfer anymore. So what do the big clubs do? They say 2 years before the end of a contract, we want to buy you. We give you these wages and we will try to make an offer to the club. If it doesn't work, we come back next year. And if it doesn't work, then we will take you for free. That is what Real Madrid did with Kylian Mbappe as well. Mikel Arteta is so far unperturbed by a potential exit, however. Asked about interest from Real Madrid in Saliba, the Spaniard sounded confident. He said, I leave those kind of things more for Arsenal sporting director Andrea Berta and the club to talk about. What I'm certain, because I had a conversation with him, that he's so happy here, that he wants to continue with us, and what will happen in the future. Obviously, it's our negotiations and things that have to take time and process, and we have to be on top of them.